Hello, welcome to Techno Composites. Today we want to have a look to what we have to fulfill in documentation that you as customer are satisfied. At first we have to fulfill something as company on our own. The second step is what do we have to fulfill for the first article inspection until we are allowed to deliver into a serial production. And then we have the serial production where we have also documentations to make clear that all the parts you receive are well done. So let's have at first a look to what do we have to fulfill as company so that we are able and in the scope of suppliers. We have a quality management system with reference to ISO TS 22163. Also called IRIS certification. That's a quality management system you have to do to be a good supplier in the train and tram business. Something close to others like automobile or something, and a little bit more than the ISO 9001 certifications. So we are gluing a lot of parts to make sure that you have nice connections and also connections that will hold over the next 30 or 40 years. That's not too easy. So there you need certified staff, you need good processes and also the right gluing systems. Therefore, we have the certification by EN 17460 and for us in the highest class A1. And as you know, we are doing composites, so we have normally nothing to do with welding, but we have the welding certification by EN 15085-2, the 2020 version. But why do we have them? We are only plastic producer. But also we have parts that are from metal, for example, connectors for roof plates or something, which are welded, and we are also buying them, we are developing them, and we sell them afterwards. We never weld on our own, but we have to make sure that we buy the right material and the design is in the right place. And so we have also this certification. So these are the basics for the quality management system. Let's have a look to the first article inspection. So that is that point where our customers, where you are coming to us, checking all the documents and the parts to release them for a serial production. And that's a lot of stuff we have to do. At first, very often, we have to present fire certificates by EN 45545 to make sure that the right fire behavior is in the material. As mentioned before, we have to do also adhesion tests because we are gluing a lot of parts. We have to do FEM calculations to make sure that the complete part we did build with the glued stiffeners or whatever are really holding on the train and that all the loads are carried over the next years. While we are developing parts, we have also to consider a list of substances that are not allowed to make sure that we don't have them in our products and that we don't deliver them. For glued connections, but also for other circumstances, we often do condensation tests to make sure that also with water our parts are working and are holding over the years. We have to deliver material test certificates, prototype reports, and also weight lists, because it's necessary to know the weight of every single part. Surely we have to have the 3D models of all our parts to make sure that they fit in the train. We have to have technical drawings also for our production. We have to have painting instructions because you can imagine also the painting on a train or tram is very necessary because everybody is seeing that. And then we have to do welding instructions if we buy and deliver welded parts. Maybe that's not the full scope, but that are the most necessary items. And so if we have that, and if we have green light in the first article inspection, then you can be sure all documents that the customer needs are there and are okay. And also the parts are okay and measured. And then we can do the serial production. and to have a good serial production and also a stable serial production over the years, it's very necessary that we have descriptions of the single raw materials that we buy, so that the quality is also stable over the years. We have to have a definition of all the sales articles to make sure that you get the right parts. We need the bills of material to be sure that all our people in our production know what to put into this parts that we deliver to you. We have to have production control and inspection plans to make sure that everybody in our production is knowing what he has to do. We have to have manufacturing instructions. So these are very detailed single instructions for every worker to make sure that he's doing the right steps and the right processes over the years. We have to make sure that there is a traceability. So if there is something wrong in the parts, that we can detect how many parts are affected and to decrease the risk. And also then in the end, we have to deliver sometimes material test certificates for that products that we deliver to you. Also, we have to make sure that we have the right capacity. Therefore, we have to do capacity calculations to make sure that every time we have the right machines, the right infrastructure and the right people to make sure that we can deliver in time. And also we have to make sure that we have a wide range of these informations also from our sub-suppliers. And I think that's a lot of documentation, even if I have forgotten something. So you have a good overview about the full documentation. Maybe in your special case, there are more documents needed, and we will prepare and deliver that, and you can be sure at that time when we deliver to you, everything is perfect.